Hi, ladies. I'm back. Did y'all miss me? Um, I'm back. Let me turn the volume up because some of y'all say y'all can't hear me sometimes. I don't know why. Okay, I turned it all the way up. I hope it's not too loud. If it is, sorry. Y'all know the rules. Okay, I'm back. Where should I start? Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Um, okay. My last video I think I did on the 20th, September 20th, which was my mom's birthday, yeah. And I was telling y'all how I thought I was feeling better. No, I lied. Soon as I got off of here and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go lay down. So I'm in there laying down watching, I think a Bears game. I don't know. I was just hanging out with my son. So all of a sudden I wanted a grilled cheese. And I'm like, let's go. Because I'm like, dang, the bread gone. So I'm like, okay, let's run to the store and whatever. Grab a few things, come on back. Yeah, right. I get up, throw my pants on. Did not make it to the bedroom door. Had to come back this way to the bathroom. So, of course, lost lunch and everything else. So I was like, wow. I just sat there and said, I thought I was feeling a little better. So, let me see. Since my last video, I've had quite a lot going on. I got my hair braided yesterday. I pinned it up. I don't like it really. I pinned it up today. Because I really don't like it. I went to the spa this morning and I was getting a massage and everything. So I knew I needed to put it up because I know I'm like I cannot lay on these braids. So I think I did okay. I've never pinned them up before, but I pinned them up um, for my little treatment this morning, which was lovely and much needed. Okay, so back to what we was talking about. I be wasting time rambling. So that TV so loud. Okay, so yeah. After that, let's see. After my last video, nausea like crazy, vomiting like crazy. Um, and then let me see. I think that was a Monday. See, I don't lose track. Okay, I did my son's birthday party last weekend, and it was a blast. It was great. All the kids came, brought gifts. It was nice. And I started spotting. I started spotting that morning when I first woke up. And I freaked a little bit. Then I was like, did I just see what I thought I saw? It was one of those things. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to worry about it. I wasn't in any pain or anything. But I was like, I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on it. So later on, the party's getting started. Here it comes again. I'm like, okay. So now I'm getting real irritable because I'm getting scared. I didn't know, what was going on. So at this point, I had to go through with the party. I have 50 kids, literally 50 kids. One day I'm gonna videotape one of these parties because y'all just don't know how parties be at my house. Seriously, like everybody really expects this really big knockdown, drag out shindig. Forget Sweet 16. Okay, everybody expects that every time I say I'm doing a party. It's crazy. So I had all these people come in, so I'm like, wow, how, it was crazy. I said, okay, I have to finish this party. I done put too much into it. So I'm like, Lord, please, just help me, let me get through this day, and then whatever, I gotta do, I gotta do. So I made it through the party without much more complication or whatever. And then after everybody was gone, about 1 in the morning, I was spotting again. So at that point, I called the doctor, and I was kind of like, okay, what's going on? So they had me go in. I went in. This might be a two-party, y'all. I don't know. Got a lot to tell y'all. So um, I went in to the emergency room, um, and the doctor, the first thing they're looking at me is like, yeah, well, you have a miscarriage. It's like that's the first thing came out of their mouth. They just weren't giving me any signs of hope. Their thing is, oh, well, you'll probably bleed out the next couple days and just come back. And I'm like, wow, that's your answer? That's what you're going to tell me, huh? So they sent me for an ultrasound. I'm laying there just all messed up. Man, you baby daddy on the road or whatever. He wasn't even here. So it was like, okay, I'm sitting here by myself, stressed out. They not telling me nothing. And I was just like, this is really the worst. I was like really freaking out. Um, so I'm asking the lady that's doing the ultrasound. I'm like, can you see her? Well, I say her, y'all know that. I'm like, can you see her heartbeat or what? Tell me something. Oh, I can't tell you anything. I almost knocked that whole machine over. What do you mean you can't tell me nothing? I'm confused. Okay, if you can't tell me, turn the screen so I can see for myself. Because you looking at something. Tell me something. So I get back to the emergency room. The doctor comes in and he's like, well, you do have a viable pregnancy, but you know, I don't know. He basically told me he didn't know why I was bleeding. He didn't know where it was coming from. He didn't know what was going on. He basically told me he was not an obstetrician and that that's where I need to go. So his whole thing was he checked me out. He was like, your cervix is closed, but basically you're gonna miscarry in the next couple of days. It's basically what he said to me, and I was just like, wow. So I packed it on up and came home. This was last. When was the party? Was Saturday, so this was Saturday night, Sunday morning. Okay, so he gives me discharge instructions saying threatened miscarriage. So I'm like, oh God, what I'm gonna do? This is horrible, all that. So he's basically like, get some rest, and maybe it'll stop. But when it does complete, come back. So I come home. So I was on bed rest all Sunday. I didn't do anything. I didn't get up for nothing last Sunday, and then Monday I went to my doctor, and it's 7 minutes. Okay, let me hurry up because I got other stuff to tell y'all. So Monday, I went to my doctor and she examined me, did actually, which turned into my first prenatal visit because remember I wasn't even supposed to go yet. If you watch my other videos, so she did, the whole workup, everything, and she confirmed that I wasn't losing the baby, that I was not threatening to miscarry. She was like, you okay. The baby is okay. At this point and stage in your pregnancy, you really out of the woods for that. Thank God, right? I'm like, you know what? These doctors are a trip. And I thought about something that Nikki Proverbs always says about the doctors. How she always says, that they're practicing. That's why they call it a practice, because, I mean, the doctor was just like, yeah, you about to miscarry. So when you do, and it was like, come on. At the same time, you telling me, well, I'm not an obstetrician, so I can't tell you anything. Go to a obstetrician. So why are you even telling me that? So I don't know. It's been crazy, but I'm gonna stop it right here, and I'm gonna finish up in the second part. Sorry, y'all, but I got a lot to talk about. If you want to listen, follow me to part two. Okay, I'll be right back.